Hey guys, I hope you're all well today. We're going to start seeing a new story called Gohan's Hidden Power. This story will take place after the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero, where Piccolo and Gohan gain their new forms, in addition to Goku already having control of the perfect superior instinct and Vegeta already having the superior ego. This story will be more focused on Gohan, where we will explore a little more the skills that the Saiyan has. Well, having said all that, I ask that you leave a lot of likes and comments if you want the continuation of the story. After Gohan's battle against the Gammas and Cell Max, Gohan ended up awakening a power that went beyond his limits, showing that even without training for years, Gohan was still a prodigy who managed to overcome himself when he released the fury that was controlled within a few. But Gohan still felt like a weakling, not because he was a weak warrior, but because of the fact that Gohan needed to see who he loved suffer, so that he could evolve, and that was becoming a damn cycle. Gohan knew he had great potential and that thanks to that he was able to overcome his opponents and thus save everyone. But that only happened after Gohan saw who he loved suffering, and the Half Saiyan was already tired of that. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, it was possible to see the hybrid Son Gohan in his house. Gohan was on the roof of his house looking at the sky while thinking about his life and how it was until that moment. Gohan thought, "It's been about 1 month since the day Pan was captured and I was forced to fight against the Gammas, and with a new version of Cell Max, my powers increased when I managed to use the new transformation that Mr. Piccolo named Bestial Gohan during the combat." The Saiyan thought as he looked at his hands and remembered the sensation he felt when he awakened that power. Gohan thought, "That power is too great, but I had to see my daughter being kidnapped and see Mr. Piccolo injured so that I could get that power. If I had continued to train since the time I faced Cell, Mr. Piccolo wouldn't have been hurt like that." The Saiyan thought, clenching his fist tightly as he remembered all the times he had to see who he loves get hurt, because he did not possess the necessary strength to defeat his enemy. Gohan thought, "I'm tired of only getting stronger when my friends or people I love get hurt. It's time for me to go back to training and see where my potential can take me. I'm going to ask my father to train me so that I can one day surpass him," thought the Saiyan, more determined than ever to get stronger and protect who he loves with his strength. Gohan, after making his decision, started flying towards his parents' house to talk to his father, Son Goku, and ask him to train him. It didn't take long for the Saiyan to arrive at his parents' house, and upon arriving there, Gohan greeted his mother and then went to his father, who was training in the garden, along with Goten, who was accompanying him in training. When both Saiyans became aware of Gohan's presence, Goku and Goten snapped to look at him. Goku said, "Gohan, what are you doing here, son? Have you brought Pan to visit her grandparents and her uncle?" said the Saiyan while looking at his eldest son. Gohan said, "Not this time, father. This time I came to ask you for something," said the Saiyan with a more serious tone, while looking at his father. This left Goku and Goten surprised. Goku said, "Ask me something." "Son, you know me, and you know I'm not very smart, so the only thing I could help you with would be something related to martial arts or something like that," said the Saiyan while scratching his head. After all, Gohan wasn't the type who asked for things for others, especially from his father. Gohan said, "That's exactly what I want to talk about, Dad. I want you to train me," said the eldest son of Goku, surprising everyone in the place, especially Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi said, "Wait, what? Gohan, are you asking your father to train you? Why are you asking this?" asked the woman, confused by all of that. Gohan said, "Mom, since the last events, I keep thinking that I might be getting too weak. And with each passing day, new enemies appear, and every time I have to face a strong opponent, I lose, and I'm forced to see who I like being hurt. And only after that happens that I manage to awaken a new power or special ability which allows me to defeat the enemy," said the Saiyan, looking at his mother and then looking at his father. Chi-Chi said, "But every time you manage to beat them, right?" asked the woman to her eldest son. Gohan said, "Yes, Mom, but before defeating them, I always see the ones I love being hurt. And because of that, I want to get stronger, so that no one I love is hurt or killed," said the Saiyan in a firm and determined tone of voice, something that made Goku give a big smile. Goku said, "Good to know that, Gohan. If you really want me to train you, I will, but I need to see your current power limit. So let's get out of here so we can have a friendly match between the two of us. And Gohan, don't go easy on me, because I don't. I'll take it easy on you," said the oldest Saiyan with a challenging smile for his son. Gohan said, "That's right, father," said the Saiyan while looking at his father, who just gave a short laugh. Goku said, "Gohan, follow me, and you, Goten, help your mother with her homework, and then do that training we did yesterday during the afternoon," said the oldest Saiyan before flying away, being accompanied by his eldest son. In a place far from civilization. In a place that was several kilometers away from civilization, it was possible to see Goku and Gohan facing each other. That place would be where Goku and Gohan would train and face each other to see what Gohan's current power limit is. Goku said, "Gohan, just like I told you back home, you shouldn't hold back. You have that new transformation that Piccolo called Bestial Gohan, which you used to face Cell Max. Piccolo had told me that transformation could match my power when I was using the power of Ultra Instinct, and since we are here, I want to see if this is true. So show me that power of yours, Gohan," said the Saiyan while starting to raise his energies. Gohan said, "Since that day I haven't used this power anymore, but if you want to see it, then I'll show you," said the Saiyan starting to raise his power. Suddenly Gohan gave a scream, and then a huge amount of energy came out of his body. The energy that came out was so great that a pillar of energy ended up rising to the sky, and after a few seconds, Goku was able to see Gohan in his new transformation. Gohan in his bestial form had white hair similar to the one he had when he was in his Super Saiyan 2 form, only bigger. Gohan's eyes were red and there were several rays around his body. Goku said, "Piccolo was right. That power you're releasing is very great. Now it's my turn," said the Saiyan, activating the power of Ultra Instinct, making a pillar of energy rise to the heavens, like that of his son. Then it was possible to see Goku with white hair and silver eyes. Goku said, "Gohan, come and show me your new power level," said the Saiyan while looking at his son, who just smiled at him. Both Saiyans were transformed into their strongest forms. Then Goku and Gohan disappeared in a sonic boom and appeared in front of each other, exchanging a punch that generated a large impact wave, which ended up raising a huge amount of dust. After the first punch exchange between the Saiyans, both moved away and again advanced towards each other, initiating an exchange of blows that made the place where they were be destroyed with each blow exchanged by the Saiyans. The exchange of blows between the two Saiyans was becoming more and more intense until Gohan, using his speed, managed to create a gap and hit a punch in the abdomen of Goku, who, at the same time as he received the blow, created a sphere of ki in his hand and fired at Gohan's face, who with that backed away from Goku. Goku recovered quickly and advanced against his son, and as he approached, Gohan tried to land a kick on Goku, but Goku managed to dodge the blow and landed a kick on Gohan's face, who upon feeling the blow jumped back, if moving away from his father. Gohan, walking away from his father, began shooting several spheres of ki at Goku, which thanks to Ultra Instinct reflexes, he managed to dodge easily. But Gohan hadn't done that to hit his father, but to distract him. When Goku realized this, he ended up getting a big punch to the face that caused him to be thrown away. Goku and Gohan were far away from each other. Both concentrated their energies and fired a Kamehameha against the other, and when the blows collided, a great wave of destruction was formed. The two attacks were redirected to the sky, and then Goku and Gohan realized this was in the middle of their attack. Whis said, "I'm sorry, but this battle between father and son ends now," said the Angel, laughing at the end. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, it was possible to see, in a place far from civilization, Goku and Gohan both were in their most powerful forms. Gohan was using his bestial form and Goku was using the power of Ultra Instinct. The two Saiyans were looking to Whis, who had arrived at the scene and redirected the Saiyans' ki attacks. Goku said, "Whis, what are you doing here?" asked the Saiyan while looking at the Angel from the 7th universe, who had arrived and interrupted the fight between Goku and Gohan. Whis said, "What am I doing here? Isn't that obvious? I'm here to prevent two Saiyans from facing each other, using their maximum powers, and ending up destroying the planet Earth and some planets close to it," spoke the Angel while looking at the two Saiyans present in that place. Gohan said, "But me and my father weren't even fighting at our 100%, so how could we destroy planet Earth?" asked the eldest son of Son Goku to the Angel, who only sighed because of Gohan's stupid question. Whis said, "I thought you were smart, different from your father, Mr. Gohan," said the Angel, sighing because of Gohan's question. Goku said, "Hey Whis, you don't have to say that. I'm not smart, nor am I stupid." "It's enough, Vegeta, saying that all the time about me," said the Saiyan, offended by what Whis had said about him, even if indirectly. Whis said, "Well, you two really weren't using the full power that you possess, but I know you Saiyans enough to know that you would get carried away and end up fighting and increasing your powers, gradually, and in the end you two would be using your full power, and with that planet Earth would be destroyed, and thousands of lives would be lost in the process. So Mr. Beerus sent me to end this fight before it even started," said the Angel, while looking at both the Saiyans, who understood why the fight between Goku and Gohan had been interrupted by the Angel, who only obeyed the orders of the god of destruction of that universe. Gohan said, "That makes sense, but for a moment I forgot that our power can easily destroy planet Earth," said the Saiyan, returning to his base form. Goku said, "Sometimes I forget. I must control my forces or we'll end up destroying the entire planet Earth," said the Saiyan while returning to his base form and looking at the angel. Gohan thought, "For some reason when I use this bestial form, I become different. My thoughts and my actions change, and even the way I do things change completely. It's like a Saiyan's primitive instincts come to the fore, and it reminded me of a lot of the feelings I felt when I turned into an Ozaru, when I was younger and still had my Saiyan tail. Only I feel much stronger and more arrogant with this bestial form," the Saiyan thought while looking at one of his fists and squeezing them tightly. Whis said, "Okay, now that you two have calmed down, how about we go back to Mr. Goku's house? Chi-Chi must be expecting the two of you, and she was a little worried about you as she was seeing the energy you two were releasing, and that made her worried," said the angel Whis while he looked at the two Saiyans present in that place. Goku said, "Okay, let's go back soon then, otherwise I'll have to listen to Chi-Chi complain to me for hours and hours on end," said the Saiyan, sighing as he thought he would have to listen to his wife complain for hours if they took longer to come back. Gohan said, "Let's go then. I want to get back to the house soon. I don't want to make Videl or Pan worried about me. Since I left, I didn't say where I was going," said the half Saiyan while looking at the angel, "and for your father." Whis said, "All right. You two stay close to me so we can go to your house, Mr. Goku, and then I can take you to your house, Mr. Gohan," said the angel while looking at the two Saiyans. The two Saiyans approached the angel, and then Whis hit his staff 2 times on the ground, and after that a pillar of light was formed surrounding all 3, and then the pillar disappeared from the place along with the 3, and it didn't take long for the pillar of energy to appear in front of Son Goku's house. But when arriving at the oldest Saiyan's house, it wasn't just Chi-Chi and Goten who were there. Videl, Gohan's wife, Pan the daughter, and Piccolo were also there. Beerus was also there, eating some kind of candy. Videl said, "Gohan," said Gohan's wife when she saw her husband leaving the pillar of light created by Whis' staff. Gohan said, "Videl," said the half Saiyan, surprised by his daughter and wife being at his parents' house. Chi-Chi said, "What is this idea of leaving your wife and daughter alone at home, Mr. Gohan? Where is the education I gave you? It even looks like you're an irresponsible father," asked the woman looking at her eldest son. Gohan said, "I'm sorry, Mom, and I'm sorry, love. I should have told you that I was going to my parents' house, but I ended up forgetting and came without telling you," said the half Saiyan while looking at his wife. Videl said, "Okay, but please don't do that again. I was worried about you and Pan too," Videl said, looking at her husband. Gohan said, "This will never happen again, I promise you, love. Now returning to the main subject of my coming to my parents' house, Father, are you not going to train me?" asked the Saiyan to the father, who took his hand to his chin and closed his eyes, showing that he was thinking about that subject. Goku said, "No, I won't train you, my son. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to train you," answered Goku while looking at his eldest son, who was surprised by that answer. Gohan said, "Why can't you train me, father? I thought you were going to train me so that I could get stronger and master my power when I'm in my bestial mode," said the Saiyan, not understanding why his father didn't want to train him. Goku said, "Simple, my son. I will not train you because I will not be very useful in your training. Everything I could teach you, I can't because you're already too strong. It would be useless for me to teach you anything. Do you understand now?" said the oldest Saiyan while looking at his son. Gohan spoke. "But Dad, you're the only one I could ask to train me right now. Mr. Piccolo is strong, but he can't train me anymore because everything he could teach me, I already learned. And even Mr. Piccolo's Makan Kosapo, I already learned. So if not you, who could train me for me to get stronger?" said the eldest son of Goku to his father. Goku said, "Like I said, I'm no longer useful to help you get stronger. But maybe Whis can train you." "Whis, could you train my son?" asked the Saiyan to the angel of the 7th universe. But the one who answered was Beerus, the god of destruction of that universe. Beerus said, "Sorry, son Goku, but currently Whis and I have a lot of work to do, taking care of the 7th universe. And because of that, we won't be able to train neither you, nor Goku, nor Vegeta. So you'll have to train alone for some time. After all, we have to work to evolve the level of mortality in this universe, so that in the future we don't need to go through another tournament of power." Spoke the god of destruction, revealing the reason Whis couldn't train any of the 3 Saiyans for a while. Goku said, "So Vegeta and I are going to have to go back to training with each other, and apparently Gohan too. It's a pity. If Gohan had someone capable of training him, he would be able to tap into his true potential. Because I think this bestial form is not the maximum capacity that his potential has," said the Saiyan while looking at his son. Piccolo said, I have to agree with Goku on that. Gohan naturally has great potential, one that neither Goku nor Vegeta possess, and if that potential were truly exploited, he could come close to or surpass the power of a god of destruction. But that's my guess, and nothing more than that, said the Namekian while looking at Gohan. Whis spoke. Indeed, Mr. Gohan's potential surpasses Mr. Goku and Mr. Vegeta's, and not even the two of them together would have a great potential that Mr. Gohan does. I can't train him because of my angel duties, but I know someone who will be able to train him, and I guarantee that person will be able to unleash Lord Gohan's full potential, said the angel while looking at everyone at the place. Beerus said, And who would that guy be, Whis? Is he strong as you are, or at least half as strong as you? Said the god of destruction while looking at his angel and longtime friend. Whis said, Who will train Lord Gohan is certainly stronger than me. After all, that person is my father, the High Priest, said the angel while looking at everyone who, when they heard that, were very surprised. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, more precisely on planet Earth, it was possible to see that in the Saiyan, Son Goku's house, everyone was surprised at seeing how Whis had given Son Gohan to be trained by the Daishinkan, the High Priest, one of the most powerful beings of all the universes, and also the father of Whis. Beerus said, What do you mean, Whis? The High Priest is someone very important, and at the same time very busy. I doubt that someone like the Daishinkan would want to train a mortal like Son Gohan. The High Priest wouldn't waste his precious time doing that, said the god of destruction of the 7th universe, while looking at his angel. Gohan said, Look, I appreciate you for suggesting this, Mr. Whis, but I agree with Mr. Beerus. The High Priest may have many responsibilities, and training me would only hinder him. That is, if he agrees to train me, of course, said the half-Saiyan, looking at the angel who just smiled at him. Whis said, That's where you two are wrong. My father recently had a meeting with the angels, and he told us that what I and some other angels were doing, which was training some mortals, was a very good thing for the future of every universe, and that we should continue to do that. During the meeting, the High Priest ended up saying that there were some mortals with a very good occult power, and that the High Priest would like to see in the future, and among these mortals, the mortal that Daishinkan had said that had the greatest potential was Mr. Gohan. The angel surprised everyone in the room once again with that revelation. Goku said, The High Priest is one of the beings with the greatest power in all of existence in all universes, and he said he saw great potential in my son Gohan, and by the way, he liked what he saw? Among the mortals who were in the power tournament, like for example me, Vegeta, Hito, and Jiren, Gohan was one of the most who caught his attention? Asked the older Saiyan, not knowing if he had understood that correctly. Whis said, Exactly, Mr. Goku. Among all the mortals present at the Tournament of Power, my father was mainly interested in Son Gohan, said the angel, confirming what Goku had said, since he had not understood very well, and thus making it clear to everyone in that place. Gohan said, But why me? During the Tournament of Power, I didn't have a presence as big as that of my father, Lord Vegeta, and even Jiren, who proved to be a true monster in all aspects, during the Tournament of Power. So why would the High Priest be interested in me? Asked the half-Saiyan, not understanding why someone as important as the High Priest had an interest in him, who had barely done anything in the Tournament of Power or in the exhibition tournament. Whis said, Don't underestimate yourself, Mr. Gohan. My father was not interested in his strength during the Tournament of Power, but in his potential that far surpassed that of several super-strong mortals who stood out in the Tournament of Power, such as Jiren, Son Goku, and Vegeta. Gohan, you have such great potential that even I don't know how strong you would be if you trained to the limit and managed to awaken your true potential. And if you want to get stronger and discover where your potential can take you, my father can help you, but you have to want to do it. So, Son Gohan, what is your answer? Do you want to get stronger or not? Asked the angel while looking at the half-Saiyan in front of him, who was very surprised by the angel's words. Beerus said, If I were you, boy, I would accept it. It's not every day that one of the strongest beings in the existence of the 12 universes can train someone to awaken their true hidden power. But the choice is yours in the end, said the god of destruction, looking down on Son Goku's eldest son. Gohan said, I accept being trained by the High Priest, but to train with him, I will have to abandon my family? Asked the half-Saiyan, accepting Whis' proposal and asking the angel if he would have to leave his family to train with the High Priest. Whis said, Excellent. I'm going to talk to my dad about your training, so it could be a few hours or days. About your family, I'm almost sure that you won't need to leave it to be trained by my father. He will probably take you to another dimension where time passes differently. and in that dimension you can train for hours, while here you will only have 1 or 2 hours, which would have passed. So you won't be absent from your family life, said the angel while looking at the eldest of Goku's sons, who ended up sighing, followed by his wife Videl, who did the same thing. Gohan said, "Okay, if I can train and become stronger and still be able to return to be with my family, I accept your idea, Mr. Whis," said the half Saiyan while looking at the angel, who ended up giving him a smile. Videl thought, "I'm happy to know that even when he received this proposal, he thought of me and Pan. Chi-Chi already told me several times that Mr. Goku disappeared and left her alone to take care of her children, and Son Goku already did that several times. It's a good thing Gohan isn't like that," thought the woman, relieved to know that her husband wouldn't abandon her and her daughter just to train and become stronger, just like her father, Son Goku, did. Chi-Chi spoke. "Very well spoken, my son. This is how a real man should speak and act, wanting to get stronger to protect the ones you love and at the same time maintain your role as a good husband and a good father. Even if you failed in some aspects, you already are better than your idiot father, who always left his family to train, and the only goal of his father's training was to get stronger so he can face stronger enemies and nothing more," said Gohan's mother, while she looked at her son and at the same time vented her frustration with her husband, who ended up feeling like a stone had fallen on his head. Goku said, "Wow, am I that bad as a husband and as a father?" asked the oldest Saiyan while looking at his youngest son. Goten said, "Sorry, Dad, but yes, you are a terrible father and husband, because if you were given 2 options, family or a stronger opponent, you would definitely choose the stronger opponent," said the youngest son of Goku while looking at his father. Chi-Chi said, "At least now Goku has improved a little. He's being a more regular grandfather and is more present in Goten's life. But this is only happening because there is no strong enemy for Goku to face. It's been a while," spoke the woman, sighing. Goku said, "Wow, guys, do you see me as some kind of fighting maniac who would leave his family at any moment just to train and get stronger?" asked the Saiyan while looking at everyone present in that place. Most of them said, "Absolutely." A good part of those present at the place were making the oldest Saiyan have a comical face. Pan said, "Sorry, Grandpa. I know you're trying to improve, even though you like fighting more than spending time with your family," said the youngest of the family, making everyone laugh with that. Beerus said, "Sorry, Goku, but let's face it, even Vegeta is a better husband and father than you are. And Vegeta is a proud Saiyan, but still Vegeta ended up becoming more human than he expected," said the God of Destruction while looking at the Saiyan. Gohan said, "Well, leaving aside the fact that my father is not a great father and not as present a husband as he should be, when will my training start with the priest?" asked the half Saiyan while looking at the angel, who placed his hand on his chin. Whis said, "I don't actually know yet. I'll talk to my father as soon as possible. When I have an answer, I'll let you know," said the angel looking at the half Saiyan in front of him. Beerus said, "Okay, now I think it's about time we went back to the planet of the God of Destruction. By the way, if you want to train with each other, train. But don't use so much power, or else I'll come back here and kill the 2 of you, you big idiots," said the God of Destruction as he tightened his fist and threatened the 2 oldest Saiyans in the place. Goku said, "Okay, don't worry. Gohan and I are not going to fight using that power anymore. In fact, I think it's time I'm going to be more with my family from now on than training non-stop. We're not having any enemy recently, and even Frieza disappeared, so I think I'll stay with my family for a while," said the oldest Saiyan, surprising everyone in the place with his words. Whis spoke, "I have to admit, this was very unexpected. Mr. Goku saying he's not going to train and stay with his own family, it's something I never expected to hear from your mouth, Mr. Goku," said the angel in an amused tone while looking at the Saiyan, who had a sulky face. Whis said, "Well, now we have to go. I'll see you the day I get an answer from my father. Until then, I say goodbye," said the angel before leaving the place in a pillar of energy with Beerus. With that, we close today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes in the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.